crafters, and welcome. Today is November 25th and I am doing a SheetLoad rewind. This is an optional video for the creative team members. This month we are rewinding back to November of 2021. This edition is currently in the vault and will be available to all Crafty Owl subscribers for a limited time. Crafty Owl will let you know in her video, which is also linked below, when it will return to the vault. Any sketches in the vault are only available to members of her channel. To see who is joining in on this month's rewind, I have provided a playlist in the description box and as an end card at the end of this video. So this printable yields 6 cards using 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. So during last month's SheetLoad Rewind, I told you about a challenge that I am doing this month where I am sending out a card each day to special people in my life. So my stash ran out and I was like, oh no, I need to make some more cards. And this sketch is perfect because I only need 6 more cards for my challenge. So let's take a look at what I created. So here are my 6 cards. And I did something a little different than I normally do. The sketch looks exactly like Crafty Owl's. But normally, we use the papers that we use and we just kind of switch them up depending on where they lay. Well, I didn't want to do that because the paper pack that I wanted to use was one of Stampin' Up's new ones, and it's this one here. And I forgot what this is called, but I will pop it up on the screen because I don't have the backing there with the name of it. But I really wanted to use this, and there was these 3 papers in this paper pack that were just gorgeous. And I really wanted to show them off. And in order to do that, because the biggest area on the sketch is the background there, I didn't want to just have just a little piece like this or this middle one where I'm covering up most of it. And I thought, no, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to take those 3 papers that I really like, and I'm going to go ahead and put them in the background so you can really see a lot of it. And then I'm going to take different papers that go really well with this. So for example, this one right here is this one here. And I really didn't want the back side of that one. But this one, let's see, that's, I think that is this one right here. And the back side is this. And so I ended up just mixing and matching. There's this one right here, and the back side is this. Now, in that case, I did use the back side for that middle piece there. And then I just kind of mixed and matched using some papers in this paper pack. I also used this one, and I didn't use this side, but I did use this one. And I just think they are just gorgeous. And then I also use part of this one, and the back side of that looks like that, and I used some of that on this card. See, so I just kind of mixed and matched them because it's just such gorgeous paper. And then this part right here, if you notice on the printable, she has this right here behind the sentiment. Well, and I'm going to grab that paper pack cover. Okay, so that paper is called Gathering Together, and if the colors, one of them is this champagne foil. And so I pulled in my champagne foil, and that's what I used to die cut that part off that's going behind my sentiment. Now that die is also new to Stampin' Up! And that I just recently got, and it's this one right here, and it has some fun dies in here. And so this is called what is this called? Does it say? Oh, Swirl Designs dies. And so I'm using the larger one here. Love that. And what I did for the sentiments is I went ahead and pulled in the stamp set that goes well with the paper that was bundled with it in the suite. And it's called Gathering Moments. And I'm using the sentiments out of here. And this does not have any dies with it. So that's what I'm using for the sentiments. Now, the colors all vary. So this is Cajun Craze card base. This is Old Olive, and this is Early Espresso. And then this is Basic Beige. And this one was Crushed Curry behind there. And Early Espresso. And then, see, I did different backings there. So this is Crushed Curry, Cajun Craze, and Early Espresso. Now, I used Basic White on these four, and I used the Basic Beige for my sentiment on these two. And then, again, part of that suite of products were these gorgeous, gorgeous embellishments. So they're like Cajun Craze, but if you look closely, they have like gold flecks in it. It's really, really pretty. So I put that also on all my cards. Now I put them on this middle panel here, but this one, since this was the same color, I did it more on my sentiment part here. And then my sentiment was too big for something that was shown in the sketch. So I went ahead and used my deckled rectangles that I love I just love that rough edging, especially with fall cards. I don't know why, but I love that. So, and then I did some sponging around the edges of those sentiments. And I did sponge them with the Basic Beige, which is very interesting because it kind of looks green, but maybe when it dries, it looks more beigey. Because this is Basic Beige, like this leaf here and this matting here. But I just feel like the ink has a little bit more of a tint of olive green in it. But it went well. So I did some sponging around there. And then on the inside, I also used my deckled rectangles, put some more of that paper at the bottom, did some sponging again with the Basic Beige, and then added my sentiment from the Gathering Moments. And I did all my stamping in Early Espresso. The only time I changed inks was when I wanted to stamp the back. So this, obviously, I stamped in Old Olive. This one I stamped in Early Espresso, and this one I stamped in the Cajun Craze. So I love these cards. I think they turned out so good. And obviously it's because of the papers. They just do so much for cards. And I think that's why I love being on Crafty Owl's team, because I get to use up my designer paper that I love. So there we go. There are my cards for this month's SheetLoad Rewind. So thank you so much for stopping by to see what I created. I have a link to my Stampin' Up! Store in the description box below if you would like to support me and my small business. Starting today, Stampin' Up! Has a Black Friday sale. I have provided more details about this sale in a recent newsletter that I have sent out to people. If you are not on my email list and would like to be, I have provided a link in the description, and I also have my affiliate link if you are interested in purchasing the mats that I use in my videos. And all the information is in there that will tell you how you can get a 15% discount on the mats. Okay, well, until my next video, have a happy Thanksgiving. Have fun crafting, and remember, choose joy, and may God bless you all. Bye-bye.